Fellas, week 4, 7:45 p.m. on a Wednesday. Jack still has not sent me his video, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. A little disappointed in Jack, but not surprised, candidly. But video's got to come out on a Wednesday. Thursday night games on Thursday. We got to get the recap. Got to get this out to you. So I think we're all a little disappointed in Jack, but shouldn't be surprising given he's the worst fantasy football manager of all time. You will excuse I have switched my background because when it's dark out, there's a glare behind me if I'm sitting over there. So that's why we're in a different little angle this week. But week 4 in the books. Great week all around for everyone, especially Jack. Not great for me on predictions. I went 2-3. I'm 7-13 on the year. Not good. Have not gotten an Omar game right yet. 3-1 on Sammy and Jared games, 0-4 on Omar games. Everyone else falls somewhere in the middle between those two. Sean really put the work on everyone. Yeah, I was the next closest, and he outscored me by almost 30 points, but I didn't have a problem getting his video, and he's halfway across the freaking world. So, Sean, man, vibes. How you feeling?
Boys, what's going on? Sean here, aka leader of the Hawk Tua boys, coming to you live from Al Udeid Air Base. Quick takeaways for you of Qatar not beating the hot allegations. It's 8 a.m. and it's like 106 fucking degrees out here. Also, for a country where I haven't seen water yet, above 90% humidity. So, not sure what's going on there, but the whole dry heat thing is bullshit. It sucks. Can't believe they had a World Cup here. I saw some of the stadiums, thinking a lot of people died making those based on the fact that I almost passed out walking to breakfast this morning. Quick tour. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Unless you're outside of Doha, this is really all you got. All right. Big week for the Hawk Tua boys. Put up 160 something. I'm going off the dome here because I can't really access the app on this Wi-Fi. It kind of sucks. But I think it was 163 or 168, something like that. Jared was the only one who came close. Congratulations, Jared. You almost touched greatness. Big week for Fields. Another big week for Kamara. Tyreek Hill, not so great since he decided to back the blue. But Omar, thank you for, or since he decided to not back the blue. So take from that what you will. Omar, thanks for Kenneth Walker. Quick 30 bomb. I don't know if you won or lost this week, but I hope you lost by enough to where Kenneth Walker would have made you win. And then defense. Don't know who I started, but I think they went off. So pretty good game for me. Really put it to Stern, who the fall off should be studied. That guy's team sucks. I think it's because he moved back to Boston or something like that, or wherever you moved. Clarendon does not breed winners. As soon as Jared moved, he became a winner. So you got to get out. You got to make it out the hood, Stern, and I think you'll be fine. But yeah, can't remember a single player who you started other than Mark Henry, who put up 0 points, or Mark Andrews. I think Mark Henry's like a WWE guy, but yeah, 0 burger from Mark Andrews. That always helps. And you started Mahomes too. Not a great fantasy football guy. Would love him on the Packers if we could just start him for the playoffs. That'd be great. But fantasy football, he's kind of ops. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will be hearing from me shortly again because my team's kind of a fucking wagon this year. Hopefully where I'm going next, I can film these. I should be able to. Sending them, it might be like a week or 2 late, but people can wait for greatness. You know, that's fine. I'll get this to Jared, and hopefully I'll stop sweating soon. But that's probably not going to happen. I'm going to go live by this KFC out here and use my 2 tokens of beer for the night. Try to get shit-faced. Thank you, boys. Take it easy.
Beautifully said, Sean. Yes, we are all very, very blessed to be in the presence of such greatness. People are saying you fleeced Omar. I'm not. I would never say anything bad about Omar. But people are saying. The thing is, though, wasn't even the biggest fleece of the season. Our lovely loser of the week, Jack. And now, time is 7:49. Jack sent me his video. I'm keeping the first part in, though, because those comments are valid, and he shouldn't have waited until 7:45 on a Wednesday when he knew that he was going to be loser of the week at about 4 p.m. on Sunday. So he did send me the video. Jack, allegations that you're just throwing in the towel for the year, that you're, don't know what the heck that was. Allegations that you're throwing in the towel for the year. Allegations you're going to get loser of the week again next year. It's going to be called the Jack of the Week. If you get it 3 times in a row, we're naming it the Jack of the Week. But Jack, what's up, man? What you got to say?
What's up, guys? Know I'm coming in a little late with this. Apologies. Didn't expect to be here a second week. Don't expect to be here again. Some people are saying I'll be here again. I don't know. I'm happy with the trade. Not going to go down the lineup this week, but I'm happy with the trade. People are hating on it. I fielded multiple opinions, and the consensus is even if we look outside of this league. There's a lot of stipulations that can come in down the line with how players, perform in the weeks to come. I'm optimistic about my team and the performance that I can put out. Jared obviously isn't, and I'd be hating aggressively, but you know what? I got to give it to Jared because he makes this league have some value because we have a little bit of a punishment every week. Beforehand, we had nothing, so thank you, Jared. At the same time, fuck you. Looking forward to competing this week. I actually played Noto this week in Fantasy, Revenge Tour. Laporta's on bye, so we won't get a full understanding of what the implications of this trade are, but people will be watching, people will be hating. I don't really care. I tune out the hate. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to Fantasy. Don't want to be here again. Jared, thank you for all your efforts. Fuck this. The trade's fine. Enjoy your Wednesdays, everybody.
Jack. You look handsome as ever. But yes, that's what I'm going for. Thank you, Jared, but also screw you, Jared. That's the exact vibe that I want out of this league. And honestly, that's the exact vibe I want out of life. But Jackie boy, thank you for sending over the video. Always great to see 1222 still alive, hasn't burned to the ground. Let's get into the recap, shall we? We'll start with our winner of the week, Sean, who took down Stern. Stern is now 1-3, drops to 10th place. Sean is 2-2. He is in 3rd. Sean really just, beat the brakes out of everyone. So people got a little bit unlucky. Or Stern got a little bit unlucky coming up against a buzzsaw like Sean. He had Tyreek, Brenton, and Ramondre didn't score 10. Everyone else had at least 10. He had Fields with over 30, Kenneth Walker with over 30, Alvin Kamara had 25, and the Niners defense had 23. So 165, highest score of the week by far. Stern, honestly, he didn't have a great week, but it wasn't horrible. I think he was 5th or 6th in scoring this week, so a little bit of unlucky. Obviously, he was led by Nico Collins with 33, Christian Kirk on the bench. You hate to see with 19, especially with Zamir White with 3. Stern, I'm going to tell you this right now, brother. You can go ahead and drop Zamir. He's not going to turn it around this year. Blake Corum, you can probably drop him too. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, man. He's got 0 points. I think he's averaging 0.1 points a game. So you can go ahead and drop those guys. No need to hold on to them. And Mark Andrews was 0. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate for Stern. 1-3. 10th place, Sean. 2-2, 3rd place. This next matchup sucked. It was Log versus Jack. Neither of them broke 100. Log definitely did not deserve the win, but because he got Jack, who's the worst fantasy football player of all time, he got the win. Jack already kind of harsh on it, but Anthony Richardson 5, James Cook 5, Dalton Schultz 6, Calvin Ridley 2. Just bad. Justin Herbert had 11 points and was still the right quarterback for him to play. Wouldn't have mattered. Just poor. Just very bad all around. Jack is 2-2, 8th place, 75 points, man. And Log, obviously, 96 points is not going to get you a win most weeks, but Log got lucky again. Kyler has been disappointing as of late. He only finished with 9.9 last week. Jordan Mason obviously was very good with 24. And then James Conner had 18 and Rashad had 10, and no one else broke double digits. Garrett Wilson has been having a nightmare of a season. Just can't build that connection with Aaron Rodgers. Amari obviously had that touchdown get called back. Kyle Pitts is a garbage. He's a moving trash can. He's a traffic cone. He's horrible. And obviously, Log's missing A.J. Brown a lot, but he's still 3-1. He's in 2nd place. Jack drops to 2-2. He's in 8th place. We'll get into the next matchup, which was Sky and Sammy. Sky was throwing a little of a temper tantrum, saying that nothing ever goes his way, but he won, so not really sure how valid that was. On Sammy's side of the matchup, I said he was a buzzsaw, and then he scored 121 and lost. Brees with 3 points, very not good. Everyone else was pretty decent. Obviously, the Texans defense let him down. If he gets he lost by 6 points, and Sky's defense outscored him by 11. His defense by 11. So that was really the game right there. Brian Thomas Jr. on the bench. I'm gonna be honest. Sammy's bench looks thick. That's a good bench right there. Darnold with 20 on the bench. Brian Thomas Jr. with 21. Chase Brown with 23. Rashid Shaheed with 15. So he's got a solid bench. Debo was on the bench, which was honestly the right call. He only had 10 points. Brees was the only one that really let him down. Just solid all around for Sammy, but not enough to get it done. Sky with obviously beat him by 6. Etienne's been very disappointing. I have been in another league. I'm concerned. I'm sure Sky is also concerned. CD looked good. Olave's been decent this year, and Deontay looks awesome with Dalton at the helm. Singletary obviously disappointed, and he didn't practice today, which is definitely something for Sky to monitor because his running back room is pretty weak. If he doesn't play, he's going to have to start Najee, and that's an automatic loss right there off the bat. Sky 2-2, 7th place. Sammy 2-2, 4th place. A lot of parity in the league this year, which is awesome. I'll get into the standings and everything after this. Obviously, Noto and Omar. That was a fun matchup. Everyone was watching that one. Noto gets his first win. And now he has a brand new team, which again, he looks much better. Lamar with 23, Brian Robinson with 20. Neither of those guys are on his team anymore. Sam Laporta had 9. Everyone else had at least double digits for him. So 132 for Noto, pretty solid. He was top 3 in scoring this week, so very good. Omar gets this win if Rashid doesn't get hurt right off the rip. I mean, he plays literally almost anyone on his bench in that spot, and he gets the win. Obviously, he made about as many coaching errors as he could have made by starting Rome Odunze and Jacoby Myers and Cole Kmet over Travis Kelce, Cortland Sutton, or Alan Lazard. Like, literally all the wrong coaching decisions, and he's rostering 3 tight ends for some reason that I don't know. Noto also had Xavier Legette on his bench, who had 20. So Noto's team's looking pretty solid. For 1-3, I think he should feel pretty good about it. Obviously, Rashee Rice, there's been no news about what's going on, but I think in his case, no news is good news, because if it was fully torn, they would have said something. I think they're hoping that he's going to be able to come back later. Derrick Henry obviously looked awesome. But yeah, his flex is disappointed. Rashee Rice getting hurt, which honestly sucks for him, but will be good for Travis Kelce's fantasy production, because now he's going to be the number 1 option. Noto 1-3 in 9th place. Omar drops to 2-2, 5th place. Our last matchup was me and Char. This one was, honestly, I beat him by 20, but it felt like it was pretty back and forth the whole day. I thought for sure going into Sunday Night Football I was going to lose, and then Josh Allen and Zay Flowers combined for 9 points, and that was awesome for me. Jaden Reed and Jordan Addison, 27 and 22, respectively. Very good. DJ Moore's been a little disappointing this year. Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously very good, and Jonathan Taylor did not practice today. He has a mild high ankle sprain, but he had ankle surgery. It's on the same ankle he had surgery on, so we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I mean, Char left some points on the bench. If he starts Ladd McConkey over Zay Flowers, which why would you do that? I mean, he still wouldn't win. It would have been a 15-point difference. Lions defense was really what hurt him this week. 1 point. Ravens defense with 10. So, if he starts Ladd, he starts the Ravens defense. I think it's enough for him to come away with the win, but he didn't, and that's not what happened. So, yeah, that's that from Char's side. From my side, we have Jaden Daniels. Love that guy. Great flyer pick. Saquon got a freaking 65-yard run in the second half and then touched the ball one more time. Nick Sirianni, you're a freaking idiot, dude. Like, you are a garbage coach. Kyron just loves scoring touchdowns. Drake London was fine. Mike Evans had a very good bounce-back game. Jake Ferguson's been solid in what is the tight end wasteland this year. Amon-Ra's sick. J.K. Dobbins, a little disappointing this week. And then Vikings defense, a little disappointing as well. DeAndre Swift with 29 on the bench. Obviously, if I would have lost, that would have been heartbreaking to see that I played Dobbins over Swift. That's a 20-point difference, but didn't matter. Char's team choked a little bit, and then Amon-Ra took me home on Monday night. So I'm 3-1. I'm sitting in first place. Me and Log are the 2 3-1 teams. Char drops to 2-2 at 6-6. I'll get into the standings real quick, and then we'll do matchups for the next week, shall we? So I'm in first at 3-1. Log is also at 3-1 and second, and then we have 6 teams at 2-2, and then Noto and Stern are at 1-3. So very even. Everyone's still very much alive. Log, even though he is in second place, is not top 5 in scoring. So people are saying he's fraudulent, myself included. He has the least amount of points against. And then Jack, funny enough, has the next amount. So 406, 410, a little bit of a gap. But Log has 406, Stern has 550. So big difference. Sky, I will say, you got the second most points against, so there's some merit to your complaining this year. I will give you that one, brother. But let's get into these matchups for this week, shall we, fellas? Let me get my spreadsheet ready, and I'll write some of these predictions down. So let's get into it. Our first matchup, we have Sky and Sean. Sky is about a 1.9, 2-point favorites. He has Jalen and Goddard on bye this week. Sean doesn't have anyone on bye. Obviously, Puka is injured. But this is a good game. Like, both these teams are 2-2, but Sean's third, Sky's seventh. Again, that goes by points for. Sean's got to be pumped. He's got Jordan Love back. Like, he just puts up fantasy numbies. Tyreek Hill is definitely concerned about, but he's got the Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft stack. We love to see that. Kenneth Walker is a beast. He's probably going to run all over the Giants for sure this weekend. Ramondre, he might get benched. I don't know if you guys saw Gerard Mayo was like, we're going to bench Ramondre because he fumbles too much. Patriots' second-string running back is Antonio Gibson, who also fumbles way too much. What are we doing up there, guys? Seriously. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sean, if he has Wi-Fi, subs out Ramondre for Terry McLaurin. And obviously he's got Fields as backup. So Sean's team is looking very solid. Certified nose ball, for sure. Sky, really good team on paper. Unfortunately, starting Najee, which as many of you know is a deal breaker for me if I'm going to pick you to win. I will get into the rest of his team, but just off the bat, you know where I'm going. Olave solid, Deontay solid, Kincaid potentially solid, CD's obviously very good, Purdy's fine. He's a good fill-in for Jalen being out this week. So Ayuk's been very disappointing this year. Like I said, Singletary didn't practice today. He might miss this week with a groin injury. Broncos defense was a really good pickup against the Raiders. They've looked very good this year, and obviously the 49ers defense has been solid. I like Sky's team a lot, but he's starting Najee Harris, and that's a deal breaker for me, as I said. So just based off that, it will be Sean this week. We have our next matchup. There's no way you guys are both only projected for 110 points. We have Omar and Stern, who, let me back up a second. Last matchup, Sky was 129, Sean was 127. Omar's 110, Ben's projected for 112. There's no way you guys are this. What is going on? I refuse to believe that this is your full team. Okay, I'm genuinely in shock, but here we are. Yeah, so Omar's projected for 110. He is not favored, obviously, because he's projected for 110. He's running out with the Ravens backfield, so he's got Derrick Henry and Justice Hill. Dontavian Wicks was a good pickup. I was a little upset he got that. This dude is starting Allen Lazard and Tutu Atwell. Brother, what are we doing? I'm trying to find something nice to say about Omar's team. I'll come back to it. Stern, 112. Man, yeah, Mark Andrews is killing you at tight end, dude. You need a new quarterback. Mahomes is not a good fantasy quarterback. I know he's Mahomes, but brother, I'm telling you, you can drop a bunch of these people, man. You don't have to hold on to them because you drafted them. This is a garbage matchup. I want to pick both these teams to lose. They're neither of them projected to break 113. Okay, Justin Jefferson's good. I'll give you that, Omar. But he's playing the Jets, who have honestly been locked down on defense. So I don't want to pick either of his teams to win. I'm going to pick Stern because Omar's going to side deeply, and that's going to annoy him when that happens. So it's going to be Stern. All right, here's a good matchup. We got Sammy and Char, 129, 123. Sammy's about a 6-point favorite. Sammy's team looks like, I know he lost last week, but his team has a lot of depth. He's got David Montgomery on bye this week. I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot. He's been playing really well. Obviously, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors have been awesome. Breece Hall hasn't been great. Sammy is obviously lacking in the RB2 department, especially with Demon on bye. If he gets to, obviously David Montgomery is a solid RB2, but this week he's hurting. He gets Debo back. DK has been awesome this year. He's a beast. I like Sammy's team a lot. I think I've said that multiple times, but I'll continue to say it. Char's team is much better now that Jaden Reed and Jordan Addison are back. He was straight doo-doo garbage without them. If he wouldn't have had them last week, I don't think he would have broken 100. But if Jonathan Taylor doesn't play this week, he is in trouble for sure because he has Jahmyr Gibbs, Ladd McConkey, and Tajay Spears on bye, and he doesn't have another running back. So I legitimately don't know what he's going to do. I'll probably drop Caleb Williams and pick up a running back from the waivers. But Char, I got Trey Sermon, so if you want to trade me for his handcuff, I will hold him hostage for you. It's going to be Sammy. I don't think Jonathan Taylor is going to play, and I think Char is going to be very, very boned by that. So that's what that is. All right, this is probably everyone's favorite matchup this week. We have Noto and Jack. Noto is obviously 1-3, just got his first win, but he just absolutely swindled Jack. I think everyone's very confused. Basically the funniest possible thing that could have happened was Noto traded these players to Jack that already people are saying he got fleeced, and then Brian Robinson Jr., one of those 3 players, didn't practice today. Not sure why he didn't practice. And Jack was the one who got Wandale off the waivers. He's been a PPR machine. He was limited in practice. Devontae Adams is not going to play this week because he doesn't want to play for the Raiders anymore. So Jack's projected for 112. That projection is actually going to go down, folks. He will likely plug in Romeo Doubs for Devontae. I don't know what he's going to do for Brian Robinson because Jaylen Warren is also not going to play. He literally is not going to have anyone else to fill in. So that's hilarious. Noto's team looks much better. If Anthony Richardson is out, Pittman is back to being relevant. Obviously, Jamar Chase is a great pickup for him. Trey McBride he gets back to. So Jamar and Bijan, those are 2 first-round picks. He got them. That's awesome. Baker, he's great. He's been great this year. He's the QB3 on the year. JSN's been money. Darnell Mooney's been very good too. Bye week, I mean, Jack's hurting a little bit. It's basically just Laporta, but he's got Calvin Ridley, Palmer, and Herbert. Yeah, if you look at their point trending, Noto has been trending upwards and Jack's been trending downwards, which is not a good trend for Jack. Noto is Jameson Williams on bye. I mean, you guys know that I'm going to pick Noto here. I genuinely think Jack is going to be loser of the week again next week, and it's going to be the Jack of the week from here on out. All right, me and Log. This is on paper the best matchup. We're both 3-1, but I think Log's team blows. I'm not afraid to say that. If I lose, I lose, but his team's not good. I don't know how he's 3-1. Garrett Wilson's been disappointing. Jordan Mason's good. A-Kane can't do anything without Tua. Brock Bowers is solid. James Conner's been good. Xavier Worthy, he's boom or bust. Kyler's fine. Jets defense against Minnesota. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out because they're a good defense. But Minnesota's been firing on all cylinders. Log texted me this morning and was like, "Oh, well, you're projected to beat me on ESPN, but Fantasy Pros says that I'm actually going to win by 11. Shut up, Log. Shut up. I'm an 8-point favorite. Okay. I got Jordan Whittington off the waivers because Omar took Dontavian Wicks from me, which I was very upset about. I'm still an 8-point favorite, even though I'm without my 2 best players, with Amon-Ra and Saquon on bye. Dobbins is also on bye. So I picked up Trey Sermon and Tyrone Tracy as the handcuffs for Devin Singletary and Jonathan Taylor. So maybe my projection goes up. We're going to see. I'm very interested to see if Log ends up plugging in Rachaad White or Bucky Irving. He's got both of them. They're both playing on Thursday. Man, if Log can't beat me when I'm without Amon-Ra, Saquon, and Dobbins, he should pack it up. I'm just going to say that. He needs to pack it up for the rest of the year. I obviously just wrote my own name down, but we'll see, man. Crazier things have happened. I shouldn't win this week. I think if I was playing most other teams, I wouldn't pick myself to win. And I get that Log's 3-1, but he didn't break 100 last week, and I don't even think. Yeah, he's been on a downward trend, so not good for Log. I think that about covers it. That was everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Jack, thank you for sending it over. I love to give you a hard time, but next time send it to me before Wednesday at 7:45 so I can make the video for everyone. Appreciate all y'all. Love you guys. Yes, sir.